Okay. Thought I had placements done in zones, but maybe not. I guess that was last month. Yeah, last month. That was in December. I didn't do any solo. That's what it was. Charger. Rush on walleye. It's a normal wrap, but that's a weird thing to say. It's a very strange weapon to say. Ah, 7 the bomb. That was a good peek by them. I think the bomb worked to the right would have been fine. Morning, Gennaro. Yeah, it's all lucky there's no expectations there. I just accept the weirdness. I don't know why you soul hammered in there, my friend. Oh. I feel like you could argue I baited my teammate there. Yeah, this is a walleye game and a half right now. Kind of willing to vibe because LDE, but I got a cap, but we died to something over there. Kind of feels like pre-patch in a way that I can actually like use my ink tank. God, how do you actually get in on this map? It's horrible. Ah, really? That hit me from there. That's like some 2017 rapid hitbox. Maybe it was a single roll, maybe not. Surprise, why are you sitting there? You're gonna die. I know your Octobrush is just terrible on this map and not good in general, but can't sit there, my guy. Thank you for the pushback. Yeah, it's a sploosh. What's it gonna do? Yeah, how did the rest of my team die? I'm very confused by how the rest died. Because they were not nearly as far up as me, and the Charger and Rapid were looking at me. Just build your 220 special forehead. I think I'd rather go the side. I've been trying to go the front like the whole game. Felt kind of terrible. Ah, that sucks. I kinda chased that, but I have an Octobrush on this map. I feel like that weapon just does not work. Morning, Matan. That game kinda sucked. It wasn't that bad actually. I should have just gone the side, I don't know. Used to going on the front of the wall, but this map kinda sucks in getting in anyway. Like I felt like I did bad, but like nah, Brush is kinda trash on that map. Yeah, I guess. I don't it's to say I have a charger. Like we have nothing to displace it. That's like easy, not like easy mode displacement. Because we have an Octobrush and no missile and no armor, so yeah. Annoying. Granted, I feel like we should have gotten locked out a couple times, but I got like the picks that mattered in like kind of silly ways. So let me know if volume's at a good level. I like knowing. I remember I used to like hyperfixate and feel like I gotta make sure it's like perfect before streaming. I just let it be what it is. If it's not poorly or if it's not correctly balanced, and someone will yell at me. Hopefully. Hello, Blofer. I don't know why you're challenging that, but okay. I don't know why I'm throwing a bomb there either, but you know. Well, I got the aim right on the person on the ramp, so that's nice at least. I got the solid booyah, but why are you feeding the ledge? Just paint. Flash. Gotta paint there, my guy. There you go. And that's game. Cupdom's a very cool and big, I mean terrible map. You get locked out once you lose. Wow. You're in power hungry because you learned you can use your TV as a second monitor. You get a funny remote that makes the switch from your Switch to your computer. That's pretty funny. Other than that terrible diamond sleep, that's fair. I never used a dual monitor setup until only like a month ago, honestly. It's funny because I had two monitors on my desk, but I was just like, I never set it up. I don't know. It's neat to have, but you kind of just like leave the second one there sometimes. You got 2 hours of sleep, you should sleep, then you should sleep. Yeah, you should sleep. Should do the thing that people tell me that happens sometimes where they open my stream and just pass out. Yeah, I feel like unless you're like trying to be productive with multiple things at once, or like her watching something on one monitor and then like doing something on the other, like I don't know. Not too crazy. You woke up early instead of staying up late all night. I'm more the person that'll like sleep deprive myself but like try and study the night before. That's how I always was. You know, definitely not optimal by any means, but you know. That's true. Probably should have double rolled back, but I don't know. Man. H3, you're kind of silly. Apple, you're kind of silly. We're all a little bit silly. It's okay. I should have died, but I think they just forgot they had a burst or didn't have the ink for it or something. Yeah, and that kill was kind of nice, though. That tracking was kind of nice, though. Yeah, I played CDS like casually for a long time. Just I like the weapon a lot. It's like it feels like it has the dynamic I wish shooters had that makes it interesting. Have like a million paint on this. I think I'm just running out of ink sometimes because every time I play this weapon I usually have like 2 subs of main save. Starting to have none outside of LDE. So I think that's what's turned me off a little bit. I mean, LD is broken once it's activated, so you get used to it. Like I don't run main save or Umbrella anymore, but I have LDE. That's like non-LDE builds. I run 2 subs, but CDS one of your first mains. It's a sick weapon, honestly. I still think it's fun. This was kind of stressful. It's funny saying stressful because it's a weapon literally built a kite, so realistically it should be good at like baiting people and all that. It's stressful because your special's so expensive and your efficiency isn't the best anymore. Sometimes you just get mowed by a weapon holding forward into you. You accept it. Don't like gaming, you want big hitbox. It's a machine. Or try. That's like wide, it's not really, it's like small but wide. That's a bamboo and that's why I'm running Incros. Haha! We have double anchor on like both, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like CDS might struggle this game, I might just be a painter. Instead of like a kiting weapon. I feel like no one even went over here. Impy's dead so I can function a bit more. You have no ink. Where's my team? Team. Why are we at our spawn? Hello? I never double anchor, but like there's an end zap. I guess I died. Or jumped? I don't know. I feel like that's such a good opportunity if you weren't double anchor. Oh. That is weird. Sometimes it just like dead zones point blank. I was hoping it would. Because it's so close to them. But the hitbox is like massive on that thing because there's like nothing else going for it. Fair enough. Hoping they go the other way. I missed that kill. I'd be... And I feel like I have to make like aggro kind of dummy plays this game. Because we have this nonsense in the corner. Or you haven't even hit them yet. Okay. Oh, he's in a ball, that would make sense. I bet don't do that, that would be nice. Yeah, pre-patch, like old Splatoon 2, that bomb would kill me. I'm just saying. Here, rain this guy out. Get armor. My Zap is attempting a road flank, and we have 2 over here because the flanker's trash. Heavy loose. Yeah, no, like I physically cannot paint this up. Double anchor sucks. Especially on that map, it's hard to get in. You know, off top CDS gameplay, they never stop moving. Yeah, they're very active. I feel like I got baited in the beginning. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to my teammates, but I'm just like a charger with no ink in the corner. It seems like a free push to me, but Haha, double anchor, hehe. Hope they're having fun with Siege Ed. I kinda doubt it, that weapon's not fun. Especially in zones, like, I don't know. Not a fan. Even if these are, like, even if Walleye is like a stupid array map. Yeah, I feel like I paint a lot with CDS. And I feel like I paint a lot in solo queue because no one else paints. Cunder. And another brush on Walleye. Drop Brawler Hammer and main power. This is not gonna go well, I feel. K-Shot has my copium. Please missile me in. Yeah. I hate octobrushes. This is not gameplay. Alright, can we deny the jetpack before they do something? Maybe. Doubt it. That hammer throw was kind of randy, but alright. Sorry, and that just all the armor out. Ah. That's a solo pen. Never mind, he killed the leader and he killed the jumpin'. I was gonna say that jetpack's kind of a throw if they don't kill. But it's solo queue, so imagine an anchor paying attention. Haha. I shouldn't have done that, because I didn't know where the knot was. Octobrush is going in raw. They're not fed, which is silly. Alright, fine. Kill the bomb rush, that's a big thing, because that's like their only like method to like truly cap with missile, because they have a jetpack and armor. Yeah, that's a bad idea. I don't know why I challenged that. Just back up and give it space. But solo queue, you expect me to respect things? The answer is I won't. And Kunder can't kill unless he rolls the torpedo. Wow. I tried. Snap, jetpack. Pain. Oh, the Condor. It's like the thing, like, yeah, I shouldn't get baited by it. Like, it's solo queue, like, I don't care. You're not finding Condors in competitive at any high level anymore. Ah, damn. Alright, oh, my teammate got that, but no, they can't paint. That sucks. Octobrush sucks too. Woo. Also, it feels like I kind of could try the show with MP in terms of, like, they can't kill me, but yeah. Like, and then I can kind of just deny them from playing the game by just painting over them with the Condor. Yeah, I think that game literally just came down to have an Octobrush on Walleye. Last win against Pushing for 26 because of Undercover. Yeah, saying this was like 2 years ago at this point almost. Undercover kinda sucks. I say this is someone with like 1 million plus on Condor and close to 1 million on the other two. That weapon is not good. Government wants you to paint. That doesn't sound right. I don't know if they want us to paint. Like, they want us to TDM on Black Belly. Remember, in Splatoon's universe, according to the art book, the government of whatever the government is sponsors Black Belly Skate Park. Take that as you will. Not good, but they're annoying. I don't really care for them, honestly. They have, like, no kill potential, was the thing. Especially in solo queue, like, they're annoying if they're team fighting with people, but, like, that doesn't happen in solo queue. Ah, what a cool weapon. I'm so glad. So glad 52 exists in this game. It was a necessary weapon to buff. What a stupid weapon. Probably shouldn't have rolled that bomb. The fall off is pretty nice. Like, what does it do? It can't kill me. I don't care. Weapon alone is actually like a bottom tier. I know this. I played this. It feels like a bottom tier. When it's like alone, that is like one of the worst main weapons in the game. Alright, yeah, you'd be here with that. I shouldn't have challenged it. It's obnoxious that you can like try and pre-fire that wall. It just doesn't matter. They just melt you instantly. And they died anyways. Yeah, that's game. Woo, I hate 52. The blight upon this game, which already has its own fundamental problems. Every day I subscribe more to the game theory that 52 is never getting nerfed because A, the devs are done, B, they just want people to play the next game. You're furious, it's solo queued. I'm just... My advice is simply don't care. It is solo queue. It is bad. Do not expect anything. Had Octobrush on my team 2 Walleye games in a row. It's literally like handing the opponent the win. Sick of morning stuff. And I pre-fired the 52 and everything, and I painted over the ramp, and they still just drop and two-shot me midair. That's so cool. All I'm saying, if you grind up 52 and you're losing, I don't know. Alright, can I not get knocked to brush a third game in a row in Walleye? That'd be awesome. Thank you. All I'm asking, my Zap's build is terrible. Oh no. I have a 10 plus not, that's really obnoxious on this map. No, the 10 or the pen kind of stood on top of me. Okay, good. Thanks. Nice. Good stuff. You cleaned the fight I was very sloppy about and did not win. Kind of an early packing around to sit back. Oh no, he died. Nice, nice. Yeah, this weapon does no damage to shields. Painters, that sucks. Kinda like the enemy comp better, they're just... Tentus does so much against their comp. Kinda wild. Yep. Yeah, I kinda forgot the shooter, else I've been running forever. My bad for not respecting the fact they rotate instantly, because those weapons literally do anything. I got my rain down. Oh, the bucket died too, you didn't need to chase that. Yeah. I think the bucket could have stayed on the other side, I wasn't trying to fight the knot. Nice. Their holds have been very poor because someone just keeps dying randomly first. Okay, buddy, you didn't need to go that deep. Right, why are you challenging the Nautilus? All you need to do to beat it is not challenge it. Just paint around it, you paint over it, you ignore it. Alright, I'm jumping, goodbye. I have no QSJ because I'm running LDE and main power. Sad. You didn't need to drop there. Gonna be a bit before armor, so I'm just waiting. It's 5 pen. I don't get how you just swim away instantly when you're not, but okay. I'll put a shield. Oh, I could've killed the second person too. Why did you stand on your teammate? And stop dropping, please. I know your build is bad, but like, you don't have to. It's like 20 seconds left. All you gotta do is build armor. I gotta wait longer and the penalty's really low. If I could trade it, then not. That's okay. Bro, why are you dropping it, Zap? You're killing me. This is a certified LDE is broken moment. Nice. Nice. We literally only... LDE is so broken. Please like neuter or remove this ability next game. It's so stupid. I'm literally just painting over like 2 people with a weapon that's like only like average at painting. I'll just stall long enough. I hate LDE, dude. I hate it so much, that's why I run it on everything. In zones, because it's broken. LDE Dapple with quick respawn and stealth jump. Yeah, I would ask you which Dapple, but like... I don't think LDE is crazy on any of the Dapples. I know Marsh used to... I mean, I think he still does. Well, not like he plays actively, but LDE plus Mist's funny in Rainmaker. But Apple kinda... I don't even want to say fell out of meta, just fell off the face of the earth. That's more accurate. Gaining Dapple, I guess. I don't know. I mean, LDE is never bad on anything that's like gear independent, right? LDE is just busted. Good morning, Omega, in lowercase, because I am not the type to write in caps. I have a carbon on this map. I feel like it's better than Octobrush, but like... You have double anchor with carbon, that's kind of cringe. They have a tent. We have nothing to shred the tent. That's very cringe. A matchup for the ages. I'm just gonna like stop throwing bombs early. Like, I'm not an ink efficient weapon. That does like nothing for me. Yeah. And the Dynamo dies because that weapon kind of sucks, and it dies really, really easily. Sorry, not sorry. Is it Dynamo or is this a tent? A tent. I mean, it says in the name, it's literally a tent. I don't know how we win this one, I'm gonna be honest, unless the tent just feeds a ton. Kinda is a good tent rotation, thinking about it. And the armoreds are not interacting. You're carbon, I don't know what you do about that. Heavyweight weapons, cringe. You're the only based heavyweight. But you're still kind of cringe sometimes, I'm sorry. I love you, Tent, but sometimes it's just, you just don't do enough. That's so, Dynamo sucks, dude, what the frick? I'm mad. I'm mad that I win that so cleanly, so casually. That's stupid. Nice prediction lag, nice bait. What do you do? Literally, what do you do? Crap, it's so bad, bro. Every time I see Dynamo in this game, I get like actually depressed. Soldier. Carbon on Walleye is cute. It's cuter than Octobrush. I had Octobrush 2 games and I hated it. It was like the hammer one too. I'm just like, no. Literally cannot get in. Our comp sucked. I feel like they had the tools to win just because 10 plus like any competent thing should just roll over our comp, but yeah. Like 10 didn't really have people with them. Dynamo's just Dynamo. Yeah, tell me to stop throwing bombs. Every weapon I like in this game is not ink efficient. I play 10th Brawl and now I'm playing this for fun. Tent Pussy, yeah, they didn't put the Tent and the Carbon in the same team. I think this was a travesty of matchmaking. Yeah, if you lock off the Tent, we win. I'm just saying, like, if the Tent gets an advantage, like, our comp has nothing to beat it because we had, like, a Heavy, which is useless against Tent. E-Leader can... I don't even want to say break it, can chip it. CDS doesn't chip it that one, I'm not ink efficient, and our fourth was a weapon that literally can't break it. I don't know. If I was playing Tent and I saw the comp that we had last game, I'm like, that's kind of free, though. Like, this game again, like, I don't know, we have two weapons that can't shred out. We have Suction or Spam, so actually, it might not be all that bad. I'm not gonna hit the R button, watch this. The primal urge to R button the Tent will be restrained. Their weapon sucks, dude. Like, I don't want to bully them, but like, damn, their weapon's not good. Die. I don't have QSJ, this is a bad idea. Yeah. Materials to one sub QSJ being broken. LD's probably more broken than B-roll. I'm mean? I'm not mean, I'm just saying the facts. I'm just saying the facts, Omega. Yay! Oh no, the Dynamo painted over me. Oh no. Just not allowed to hit anything with Dynamo. In the open, like, I don't know, like, the opponent literally has to know you're not there, or not know that you're there, it feels like. Yeah, they removed Dynamo from S3, and you know it's entirely but it's a useless weapon. No, Bigfoot, you're like one of the people I'll watch, and I'm like, damn, like, I'm impressed by you, because you play this weapon, you love this weapon. And, like, I know why you love it, but, like, every time I see it, I'm just like, you just get bullied by so many things, it's so sad. I feel bad. Like, again, I play it for like 2 games in League and I get bullied by like any remotely meta thing and I'm just like, I'm so sad. I can't do anything. Like, listen, I'm rooting for you. I hope Dynamo is better in S3, or at least the specials and like the way the game plays is less spam so you can like function more. Because good lord, even without like a lot of the stuff that's into that weapon suffers, like CDS and Tent and Chargers and Torpedoes and Rapid and AoE and Armor and Missile and just Rain and crying. I'm rooting for you. Let's make Dynamo a high tier maybe. I don't want to say top tier, that sounds kind of degen. But better than in this game. Let's start with that as a base. Ow. Oh, I was like, how? Brush. Brush, how do you miss that? What? Brush. Brush. How'd you miss that? Oh, my Expo DC'd. Not like this, dude. Stop rolling bombs, okay. Ah, almost. You don't want Dynamo to be broken, just want a few tiny buffs. Yeah, I feel like just the nature of how 2 plays is really mean to that weapon. Like, I don't know, I feel like any weapon above, like, mid-tier probably kind of oppresses Dynamo. For the most part. Or has some tool to do so. Oh, the roller blocked the last shot on the pen, that's so unlucky. They actually just saved their teammate's life and they don't even know it. I doubt that they know it. Okay, we'll get him with this comp, surely. I hit the R button, I'm justified because it's LDE ranges. Don't yell at me. I'm dead. Not reverse Flingza. Flingza needs like a total like rework from the ground up. That weapon's just... It's just not. Power prediction after this? I don't frickin' know. Like 2390, I don't know, that's my guess. No clue. No one's heard this before, you hate Blob. Blob's also AFK and I think kinda needs a rework. If Dynamo's good, you don't want to hear any complaints. Dynamo kinda sucks into comp-wise, at least. So. Damn, that's kinda low, what the hell? Okay. Flingza's worst VChat. I mean, Flingza has like the K-shot and the bucket kit, but it has like none of the aggro of those weapons, and it doesn't have broken frame data. Like, I don't know, yeah, Flingza can potentially get more missile output because it has a longer range of painting, but like, Flingza can't help you in teamfights. Flingza can't like clutch in 1v3 against competent players. Flingza can't rat around a 52, you know? Flingza can't do any of those things. Like, I don't know, they gave Flingza like better frame data on the vertical, and it's just like, maybe people will fight with it now. It's like, no, now people are going to spam more missiles because their output is higher. Thank you, devs. Very cool. I feel like that's what they wanted when they buffed the frame data of that weapon, but it's like, no. Or spam. That's all they do. I don't know how you would rework Blob, though. I'd probably, like, buff the crossfiring aspect and the trick shot aspect, or like the bullet velocity or something, and just nerf the paint output. That, or just give it kits that like don't paint. Like give it kits that can actually like synergize with the main weapon, that'd be cool. Because I feel like V-Blob is the right idea. Like Blob Deco is just like, damn, they just want you to spam and not interact, like straight up. Like Wand Blob is sick. Do roll hits have reduced damage versus 10? You hit one 9 times and it lived. Does bump damage work on Umbrella? I don't think it does. Like, don't you just like blink off? Hold on. Let me look it up. Like, I don't think it literally does nothing, but it never, like, I've never seen like a 10 shield like break. The roller trying to roll over it, like sometimes you get clipped through it if you're inside of it, but that's about it. Yeah, I remember this clip. Yeah, let me see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like it does damage, it's just like nothing. Let me say. Roller Crush is weird. Not that. I'm on the website right now. Flash wall, mine, armor, blah, blah, blah. Umbrella canopy wear. If I'm looking at the right category, it literally just has no multipliers, just the base damage, and Dynamo does like, what, 180 on Squish without main power, right? Tent has like 1,000 something health, so that sounds about right. Or like detached, Tent has like 1,000 something health. It's the nature of most games, beginnings aggressive and later on defense becomes valued. It's just like, all the good weapons in this game are just really round and have like no downsides. Like, the top tiers in this game aren't exploitable at all, which is kind of obnoxious. Like, I don't know, just anything that isn't like K-Shot Zap Jr. or like 52 kind of tier of good just feels like gimping yourself, because they'll get away with so much more. Yeah, like, I feel like missiles conceptually good, but the output of missiles in this game is stupid. Like, that's not healthy. No one should have 180 missile. Missile should be like 210 on K-shot minimum. Like, I don't think that's like an argument that like people can like legitimately defend as like seeing 180 missile on like all these weapons. Downward roll is 125. No main power? Wait, really? Is it only the flick that does 180? Like, I have a bunch of main power. Let me see this. I thought crushing was 180 too. Is it not? Oh, that kind of sucks. Yeah, that makes more sense now if it's only 120, yeah. I don't think there's a multiplier at all on squishing Umbrella with rolling on something. So yeah, that makes sense. If you're hitting it like 9 times, it's like about 10 health, and it like almost breaks in that one clip with the 10 that you posted the other day. Yeah, rolling does do damage to bubble, but it's like nothing. Like, it like very slowly deflates it. Defense and options are good, but non-interaction kills games and it's all Blob promotes. Yeah, Blob is a non-interactive weapon. Like, I think the most interactive you could be with Blob is doing like QR and like V-Blob, but like the way this game plays dying is like actually like cringe, so. Like a morning saver. I can't, I panic crab on Dynamo sad face. Running that. I want to cancel flick into Squidroll. That'd be a cool movement option. I hope that I can like hold Brella's shield open and Squidroll backwards to like assist like the spacing game. That'd be really fun. Because sometimes it feels like you're just like a shooter gets too close to you as Brell and you have the shield open, it's kind of weak, and you're like, Because even if you swim away, they'll probably just melt you. What is that? Why is a roller up there? You know what? You have fun, bro. You have fun. I hope you're having fun up there. Okay, well, you painted this, so, like, are you here? Yeah, of course. Your teammate came over. Bad. Wish rolling damage Rainmaker shield. Yeah, there's like a lot of weird interactions like that in this game. Like, I don't like that curling doesn't even explode on stuff like well, it doesn't explode on Baller, but Baller kind of sucks, so you know, that's like fine, but I just thought it was weird, like curling rush doesn't affect a lot of things. Damn, I'd be mad as hell. Pre-patch? That you? Like, damn, if CD has melted people like that while jumping consistently outside of the jump tech, like, forget about it. This weapon would be dummy. Remember, they shrank the bullet size of this weapon on standing fire. Like, you don't get random kills as much. I mean, why are you bomb rushing that, like, far in? Could've, like, waited for the armor. No reticle. Yeah, we're kind of just split feeding. All I'm saying, bro, what are you? This game's an L. Yeah. I think I just watched like 3 or 4 people drop in different directions and just dive and die. That was terrible. T-Tech is 200, K-Shot is 180. Yeah, no, like, the dev's like balance on special costs in this game is like abhorrent. Like, I don't defend that at all. Again, like, you have 210 hammer on something like Tent, and 220 rain on Ballpoint, 220 rain on CD. What the Okay. You have 220 on specials that you literally can't spam because there's like a 10-second cooldown until it's over till you can charge again. But then you have 180 missile when you can charge another missile as soon as you're done launching them. So you can do stuff like I throw a suction and flick up with flings, shoot my missile, and then I immediately have like another 30 points towards special or something. It's just like, that's really stupid. Yeah, like, Bucket still has 190. I think VDS is still 190. Mini's 210, Bamboo's 200. They nerfed like every missile cost by like 10 when they first buffed it, and then they buffed it like 5 more times and never adjusted anything. That's really, what's the word? I was using this word a lot yesterday. It was a good word. Not outlandish, it's like... What word? Yeah, Jet's still 180, I'm pretty sure, because that weapon, like, it's kind of not ever touched ever. Hold on. I need to remember this word. It's gonna bother me so much. What's the word? It doesn't really matter, so I just like that word. It's just gonna bug me. Like, it feels like too much comparing like options in this game. Like, K-Shot has too much going for it compared to like something that got nerfed like 6 times. Because K-Shot was never bad, but the devs are just like, nah, buff it. Buff it again. Buff it again. Buff missile again. Buff suction damage. Buff frame data. Buff fake efficiency. It's like, dude, stop. You're making this weapon like way too good. Relative to everything else. Yeah, weapons with no jump R&D could black like a reward skill. No, that's I make fun of the Splash players that only jump and like have horrible habits and never swim and abuse the fact they're lightweight. We're just like, dude, your weapon does everything. Why do you gotta jump? You're perfectly jump accurate, but like, that doesn't make your game plan literally jump. Some people, they think that way though. Yeah, like, I don't hate the CDS nerfs, but you know what I mean? Like, they just like, it's a really fun weapon, they nerf it a bunch of ways, and then you look at 52, like, dominating solo queue and being oppressive and just, like, absolutely dumpstering anything that's not, like, top 15, 20 weapons in the game, or has lethals, or, like, good ink efficiency or fast kill time, and it's just, like, that weapon's allowed to dumpster everything and gets 10 points of special on a shooter, which literally doesn't matter, and, like, slightly less paint. Like, that's... Like, don't even nerf it at that point, like, that's just stupid. Like, you may as well not have done it. I hope they don't nerf Squeezer, but I wouldn't be surprised if at launch it's like meh. Monster's fun in this one, like actually. And Mini has no run speed. I'm still wondering how I lost to 55 last game. Ah. Good jump out. Alright, that looked like very sloppy aim from the K-shot, like they didn't even try and move. Man. Oh boy, 52 balanced weapon, yay, I have to burn my whole ink tank just to break the wall. Thanks, devs. Random request received. But who? I was about to drop on the 52, but like, bro, what do you actually want me to do? Up and literally plays the game for you. Like, I'm convinced 52 doesn't lose any weapon matchup in this game, it just struggles against stuff with range or getting walled out, but doesn't actually lose to anything. Yeah, no, we lose. And by being blocked, maybe. I don't know. 52 stupid, I'll say it every time I stream this game. Yeah, I'll be sad if they nerf Squeezer, it's like one of the fun weapons in this game. Yeah, Japan was allergic to K-Shot, but I don't care, that doesn't mean buff a literal high tier in Western play at all. Like, that's not healthy. Like, you're buffing a weapon that already dumpsters on like 80% of the weapons in the game, like why? This is horrible balancing. Like, yeah, K-Shot can paint and melt things and be a shooter and have good frame data. We're gonna buff the ink efficiency so it has less downtime, it gets more missiles, and can fight better with the suction. It's like, okay, that's a sizable buff. Will Japan play it now? And then they're just like, okay, that's not enough. We're gonna buff the damage so it combos with things better. This was like, it doesn't need those things. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you buffing K-Shot? Why are you buffing 52s? This is bad. Yeah, and I'm convinced 52 is just like more of it's like there's nothing fun about 52. Like fighting it. Like actually, there's objectively nothing fun about fighting 52. So let me check what this is. What do I think Heavy needs in 3 is fine as it is now? Heavy kind of sucks in 2, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's really stupid that the dev team nerfed the damage from 32 to 30. Because Jet's Culture right now has 32 damage, and like, in my head, Heavy was always like this like weapon that's supposed to be like run speed, new, I'm a crossfire, respect my presence. But they nerfed the damage, so like now Custom Jet and like V-Jet do more damage, so, like... And like Heavy has like kind of mediocre kits in this game, like, we is cool, but Point Sensor kind of blows. And like, you have a Sprinkler, which is like a death sentence in the current day and age. And a 200 ray, by the way, when C-Chat got nerfed, and it's still 190. Like, I don't know, I think, like, Heavy seriously needs to either, like, get that damage buff back, or to, like, have higher, or Swatlines need, like, higher run speed across the board, or, like, something. Like, I don't know, Heavy is just a very, like, you can use it, I just think it's, like, very mediocre in this game right now. And it doesn't help that, like, a weapon like 52 can just, like, shark onto you, throw a wall, and bully your existence, and you're not allowed to play the game. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's, like, bad, but I don't think it's good at all. There's a reason, like, not many teams are even bothering with it. Like, I have a higher opinion of, like, Pen, and Pen has, like, a lot of defined weaknesses. But, like, Pen has a really good kit for what it is. It's, like, a unique niche. Yeah, like, you could add slightly more range to it, too, if you want. Because I remember that was the thing for a while when Pen was, like, meta. Like, everyone's like, literally, what is the point of, like, Heavy now if Pen outranges it? Pen also paints better than Heavy, kind of thing. Like, I don't know, Heavy's, like, too honest and, like, fair of a weapon. Like, there's no BS factor to Heavy at all. And, like, have you seen how much BS factor things in this game have? Have you seen K-Shot? Have you seen K-Gal? Have you seen Armor Spam? Have you seen lightweight frame data with swim speed? Like, nah, this game is full of nonsense. I'm still mad they nerfed the dash from 32 to 30. I never reverted it. Like, dude, it is a cross-firing weapon. What does that change? That actually makes me so mad. Like, I'm biased because I play Brawl Tent, which don't care about Swatlings that much, but like, bro. Come on now. 30 damage Heavy. 32 damage Shooter. That can do this. Wow, thanks, devs. I'm so glad that we can do this. But Heavy doesn't do 32 damage. It was like a long time ago. I think it was like when Remix was popular or a little bit before that. Maybe it was like a little after Ray meta because V Heavy was being used, but that's because Stinger was stupid, not because Heavy was dumb. Like, I don't know. There's so many like nerfs in this game that I'm like, that's not bad, but then they like super buff shooters. I'm like, no, those nerfs looks kind of ugly now. Because the power level of everything that's not shooter feels like horrible by comparison. Like, nah, heck K-Gal, dude. Heck all these shooters. Or that's like the privilege shooters. I don't care about something like K-Pro that has like a defined weakness or 96. Like, those weapons are meh. Or they like the short range shooters that are like overtuned as hell. Tell me Empire goes no weapons, any range. Yeah, if I have like two conditions in my head on main power. One, you don't return it. Two, if you return it, no damage. No range. At all. Bad. Those are bad to do. Okay, left and training ramps down the platform with Junior. Okay, let me take off main power. Set a platform with Junior, paint the floor where the dummies are left to right, then switch to Dynamo, look how farther Dynamo paints compared to Junior. Gonna be like basically nothing with a horizontal, right? Junior has, like, spray shooters have a really stupid range on painting, right? The baby gun, by the way, that paints from like the back line. Heavyweight weapon time. Let me walk. I kind of want heavyweight removed as a whole. Like, I talk about this with people off stream, and I feel like I've mentioned it on stream, but like heavyweight was like a nerf to like top tiers in this one because E-Leader and Dynamo were stupid. Like, it has no purpose in 2 anymore. Like, the best argument you could make is like Peak Expo deserved it, but like, I don't know, just... Yeah, like, Junior Paint's like barely any less, it's like 1 line. Like, you also get the random paint with Dynamo, like, this is just, like... Why? This paint is so random. Extra range is worse than damage, it defeats the purpose of learning matchups. No, that's what, like, that's something I hate about Siege, is, like... For me, I don't play weapon, like, my weapon gets outranged by, like, Jet's Vulture regardless, but the idea that, like, Jet can just stack main power to, like, outrange you or hit you at spots you're not used to is really dumb to me. It's like, what if you're just playing, like, Charger and the Jet, like, suddenly melts you, like, further than you expect, and it's like, oh, they have, like, 2 mains of main power, like... That's so dumb. Or, like, your Jet dittoing and they have more main power, so they have slightly more range than you, that's so stupid. Like, why? I don't like that. Dynamo can't paint, Junior paints almost as far. It's also the fact Junior literally doesn't run out of ink. Like, Junior shoots 20 seconds without any downtime, without any efficiency with the main weapon. And it has, like, no white ink on the main weapon at all. It's a lightweight. Like, you can paint for, like... You can paint the zone for, like, 12 seconds and then just, like, swim sideways for, like, 2 seconds and then you have, like, basically a full tank again. It's really, really dumb. Like, I want weapon designs to really deviate away from what Junior is, because I think Junior's, like, everything wrong, or a lot of things wrong with S2. Like, I just think it's obnoxious, like, it is not fun to fight. Like, Junior's like, I get so much mileage out of literally no interaction, or, like, very little interaction. I don't know, just... Universal special needs to go. You can keep the bomb and get a good special, but, like... No universal special for you. No more universal specials. This is very dumb. Pro stuck in balance out because it needs MPU to be usable, but use up your whole gear, and that's not fun. Yeah, no, like, Pro's like such a mediocre main weapon that was only meta because it got like an S tier kit and it could 2-shot things. But like now it has like a 220 special, it does all the problems it originally did, and you have no gear if you want to play with it. And like it's even worse because Kgout came to like meta rate. Like, I don't really see a spot for this weapon right now. Because it feels like that weird mid-ground between like having a foil on my team or a 52. Like, I can't stall like a 52 2-shots with no gear needed. Paint's better, has less downtime, has a way cheaper booyah, and also paint's better for it. Paint's better for the team as a whole, and then Squeezer's just like a better crossfiring weapon that paints better, is more ink efficient, and has more range. And like the same lethal, like I don't know, just... I don't think Capo has like a super great purpose. Like, yeah, I think its best mode is TC still, but, like, it still feels mediocre compared to what you could be playing. Like, I don't know, I feel like you could just slap armor with a 52 and, like, have a different bomb weapon and you're kind of fine. I don't know. Like, I don't know, I'm just very ready to move on to a new game, because I think the balancing in this game is kind of poor at this point. Like, I think there's been way better balance patches than this one. I forget, like, I think I would have stopped at balancing at, like, 4.3, something like that. I looked it up, like, a week ago. It was, like, before they, like, overtuned Gal to all hell. I don't know what to play, so I'll use whack. Who even has the next mode? That gotta be port though. Expo. Expo's like weird on Kelp, I don't know. I could do Expo, that sounds kind of fun. Until I get like a game where I have to like get kills and I'm fighting a 52 with like armor and then I just like auto lose if the opponent has hands. But I'll try. Part of me thinks Bubbles is better on these maps, honestly. Yeah, no, Baller's not gonna help us get hit on Walleye at all. I don't know, dude. I still like S2 on the whole, despite everything, but like, damn, that it could have been so much better by the end. I just hate when games like fizzle out and their last balance patch is like horrible. Like when I played Smash 4, I was pretty happy with balance patches before Cloud and Bayo and Corrin like drop. Corrin's not really part of that problem, but like I don't know. Adding those characters kind of made the game like eh. Like doubles literally died because of Cloud, singles died because of Bayo. It's obnoxious. I swear I can't go like an anchor weapon without getting an anchor. And while you're holding forward with Cherry, you gotta think you're playing the wrong game, my friend. Yeah, let's skip ahead in the video. How are you doing that, YouTube? Get back. You're just not allowed to play the game. I miss that. I miss Explo. Shouldn't doubt, but really hope Expo's back for next game. No, Expo's great. Like, it's an oppressive weapon and has like defined weakness. I think that's fine after they tuned it down. I think the heavy baller was like unneeded though. That one I don't agree with. Found a game if we wanted to check if it was actually me. Yes, hello, welcome to stream. You're doing okay. To remind you of Smash 4 Cloud, that character's a travesty. I like the part where Smash 4 Cloud could land on my shield with up air. That was great. It made me so happy that he could do that to even characters that are kind of short. Wasn't that awesome? So cool. I like the part where his neutral air is just the size of the sun. That was cool. Like, even after they tuned down Finishing Touch, like, Cloud is still objectively one of the best doubles characters, or like the best doubles character. Like, it was that's what the word was, I remember. Hold on. Yeah, I wanted to remember the word egregious. Because I remember watching, like, Smash 4 doubles, like, January, like a month or two after he came out before they nerfed Finishing Touch. And like you would watch doubles and it'd be like Sheik plus Cloud and Sheik would do like a back throw to Cloud and you would just Finishing Touch and kill the opponent at 50 and I'm like, oh my god. I wanna die. And like, yeah, limit was permanent, so you could literally just hold on to it forever and the second you get a singular pass and doubles the opponent, it gets deleted at 50. And Finishing Touch isn't... It has nothing to do with like weight. Like Bowser will die earlier to Finishing Touch than like a light character. It depends on your fastball speed, like your fall speed. It's like, it would literally be like the heaviest character in the game potentially, and they would just explode at 50. I'm like, this is so stupid. Why? Why is she back there killing at 50? It's so dumb. think the only weapon has a chance of not returning is Goo. I think if Goo comes back, they'll rework it heavily, but I wouldn't care if it gets cut at all. I don't know about that one. Trying to clap Cloud's landing options with Pit and his stubby hitboxes made you want to cry. No, because it's like the correct way to try and stop him from landing is to approach from the side, because down air is really big and disjointed, and you would try and do that, but sometimes you would just trade with it anyway, so it's like, I tried. Is it more broken than the old Pika Game & Watch thing? I think that one's probably more broken, but that one got patched out early. But I feel like in terms of like long-term damage for the game in Smash 4, it was more problematic with Cloud. Because like, again, like in doubles, he had like what, like he probably had some absurd usage rate, like 70, or it was like just really stupid. And you could run double Cloud for a while, and then they banned that, but like still Cloud plus X. Cloud plus X top tier is probably just your doubles lineup. Like before Cloud got added to doubles in Smash Bros, like I really like watching those events because you would see like weird stuff. You would see like Mario Rob, and you would see like funny, like cheesy stuff. You know, like Rob gets a grab, goes for up throw, and it boosts him off the ground, and then Mario would go for like the flood and make him suicide the stock with the opponent. Like there's funny gimmicks like that, or like Game & Watch Meta Knight, because you could use Game & Watch just like win boxes to push people up to the top of the screen. Meta Knight would kill them with like Mock Tornado, like stupid early. Like there was fun jank like that. But, like I don't know, like Cloud is like the no nonsense top tier that also like kills you at 50. And it's a big sortie, and his worst attribute is recovering, but like in doubles that's like way less problematic because you literally just interrupt each other constantly. Like, and that character's heavy, like Cloud heavy. I don't know, it's dumb. Yeah, the auto cancel window for Cloud down air in Smash 4 was massive. Like, man. Like, it's like you could like compare privilege to privilege. Like, I like playing Rosa in that game, but like Rosa up air can't be that move. Like, unless your timing is like literally perfect and your space is perfect, like you do lose to that move. It's very sad. So welcome to stream. What weapon would I recommend for solo queue in each mode? Honestly, just experiment, play what you like, yeah. Like, there's not like, you shouldn't like think I have to play X in X mode. Like, honestly, just experiment. Yeah, Cloud's like heavy. He's like, what is it? He's like 100 and something on Ultimate. I think he was like the same in Smash 4. But like that character's, I have a vendetta against that character. Part of that's me playing Rosa, and I despise that dude. I felt so justified watching DeBuzz just lose to like Leo Cloud, and I'm just like, I feel all the pain. I hate this. This makes me so sad. Ugh. Like Smash 4 Cloud was cool in like the most messed up way possible. Like yeah, they really should have just banned him from doubles like early on. Like they let that fly for way too long. What's another? What's his name? Renai the Villager. I like watching him in doubles. Him and I think it was Komura Kiri. When they played Villager Cloud, that was really entertaining in doubles. I remember seeing them like nair plane into each other, and then Cloud would kill it like 50 again because finishing touch, haha. It was funny. So we're watching Leo play with Javi, his brother, I believe. Like they would go double Cloud, like that one clip of the Yoshi getting nair into like. Actually, I kind of want to find that one after this game. That one makes me laugh. Why are you over on the side, Neo Sploosh? Thank you, teammate. I cannot believe a Neo Sploosh actually just helped me. That's insane. I got deleted. I missed the last shot. Ink efficiency nerfs be like. Also, thank you, Matt. Yeah, the website's a good resource for a lot of things that you may be wondering. Yo, the sprinkler kill. Or at least the sprinkler assist, I know it damaged them. The sploosh trying to find the last player. That's funny. Whoa. I miss X-Play. Renai versus Redacted was Peak Smash 4. I'm trying to remember who was Redacted in that context. I don't remember. I miss Renai. That was definitely cool watching him. And then like every DLC in the world beat Villager, and he still saw Renai, but he didn't do as well, and it was very sad. Yeah, Sendodotic is crazy. You can spend a lot of time just going around there. It's an incredible resource for a lot of things. The one who won. Ah, okay, yeah. I got you. I was blanking. I'm like, there's multiple redacteds, and that makes me a bit sad to think about, but. Cloud Cheek was yeah, Cloud Cheek was like my favorite doubles pair with Cloud to watch. I did that one with Hoppy a lot. Just a random Smash 4 nostalgia. Granted, I was playing Splatoon 1 like the other day, so I'm just thinking about like that era as a whole because those happened at like the same time. Yeah, wait, I think it's this one. What do you mean that clip's no longer available? What do you mean? No. No. Do clips on Twitch go away after a while? Is that a thing? Like, I assume that, like, maybe they go away after, like, years. Wait, I think this is the one. Oh, yeah, this video. Oh, this video is a classic. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the thing? I'm on the right scene and trying to find the thing. Yeah, wait, this one. I'm very determined to show this one. Another one. Oh yeah. That's not aligned at all correctly, but that's good enough. Dude, this is Smash 4, hold on. Look at those two clouds, both have, this one has limit, this one almost has limit. Alright, we're charging. Alright, we have two clouds with perma limit, running around like little goblins. You F throw nair, cross slash. Finishing touch. Like, that's so sad. Oh my. I'm in pain. That's like 52 gives me like that energy in this game of just like that's cute. You be you, Yoshi, like this the smelly mid-tier you are. That clip actually lives in my mind rent free. But like, damn, you got F thrown at 5% against 2 clouds. Observe. Observe the limit cross slash into the finishing touch. Oh, jeez. Smash 4 Cloud is definitely a character. But I actually want to like this video for posterity. This is a classic. Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about your rank. Just have fun with the game. That's my best advice. Zombie Brawler. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It was really just helicopter kick off the side was goofy. Brawler has a lot of funny jank still in multiplayer. Not even like jank, just Thrupper's really stupid on Yoshi's, but a lot of characters like Mario will do that kind of stuff on Yoshi. I thought I was playing CDS and tried to roll. Whoops. I was gonna say I don't want to be there. Oh, that sucks. I want to think that one through. I don't think you thought that one through, my guy. Guess it didn't break their armor. Oh, he gets the second armor, because of course he does. Sadness. Let's go, team. Oh, the jet died. I mean, no, the Bria looking up. Nice. Frankler. Hi. Okay, never mind. My teammate got the. Frankler on the feet. Oh no. I didn't get it direct. I know I did that. Junior got SP. I was just like, why is their armor so fast? I'm dead. Goodbye, me. Oh, hi. I probably should have just thrown the bubble instead of the sprinkler. I was gonna die anyway. Nah, I see you, guy. Come on, try hold forward. Not that way. Was it necessary to put all 3 bubbles there? Absolutely not. Was it funny? Yes. Did I miss my 3rd shot? Yes. The bubbles! Yo! That's so based. That's so based. Got hit, so moved me. Sprinkler. 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 Oh my god, I'd be so mad if I died. I'd be so mad if I died to those bubbles. You're just like, what bubbles? What do you mean? The Explo died! LDCDS looking like Explo, listen. You're telling the streamer to update their title, you're crazy. By crazy I mean helpful, but I just don't remember half the time. So maybe that's the clickbait. The clickbait is you want to see CDS and you see me with a bubble and you're like, CDS doesn't have a bubble. You're a liar. How could you do this? First you tell me you're playing CDS and then you play Explo and then you show me Smash 4 Cloud? You're such a mean streamer. Good morning, Mai. Yeah, the CDS gameplay is kind of fire. I like that bubble kill. Really. Rather give half your arm than watch CDS gameplay? Damn, I think CDS is cool, but you really hate your forearm that much, I suppose. Hydrop. Milk soup. I don't want to think about that too much. Yeah, that guy exploded. When did you? Dave Ninja? Yeah, Dave Ninja. I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing you. Uh-oh, we all died, and we have a crack on roller on our team. And guess what? We have one lethal on a non-ink-efficient weapon against 52 on a map made of hallways. I actually vote. Ah, pain. Watch out, Milk Soup, you're gonna die. That 52 is so hungry, but I don't blame them because their weapon is so busted that they're allowed to do that. Oh, you can't stick it up there, huh? I'm dead. Ah! I heard the boo, I didn't look right where it was at all. Yeah, suppress the 52, don't let them play the game, I agree. Don't let it be them. Oh, heck. Paint square, don't chase flings. Oh no, paint square, Minnie. Good enough. It's like, it's worth an attempt there because I'm probably gonna die anyway. So if they K-Pro crossfire that, they die, so eh. They definitely cap here, yeah. Die. Our comp is so bad this game. It's like actually impressive. Like Mini Expo is like half of the comp and like the rest is just botched. Milk Soup, you're not dead, that's surprising. don't think I can solo cap this 1 in 10 missile deal. Doubt. I traded that somehow, I have no clue. Our Crack Run Roller went on the world flank. That doesn't help anyone except the enemy team. Kind of expected of a Crack Run Roller in a B-roll. Yes, thank you. You top killed. That was very helpful. That was very helpful, Crack Run Roller. I hope you enjoyed that flank. Still thinking about that cloud combo. Chat, what do you want? I want not Crack on the Roller on my team, but we can't have everything we want. A cherry nozzle nose. These specials have way too cheap costs, or at least some of these. K-Mini, that weapon sucks, but okay. I don't like K-Mini. Whoever gave a Mini a stamp needs to reevaluate where the Mini likes to sit in the neutral game. I don't know why you're giving a mid-range painter a hammer, that's all I'm saying. Saw it on the screen, it's fine. We're 2280, there is nothing to lose at this point. Or at any point, honestly. Special News was this max rate event, that's not surprising to me. That's funny. I mean, I figure, right, because I don't think they would do any big announcement until the actual day itself. There's a bunch of like mini things throughout the week. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Their armor, though, stupid. It's an armored shooter. Literally, everything loses to it. They have double armor, by the way. I think I didn't aim my camera down long enough. I don't know, I never snap at that angle. Who's this dude on the world flank and what are you doing? Ah, the junior world flank, naturally. Like, I can't crossfire with a burst bomb at all. I just have stamp. Bye. I didn't even open the map for that one, I'm just like, you're somewhere in this area. I don't know who you are or what weapon you were, but damn. Kinda blew up. You find it funny people were expecting some crazy stuff? Yeah, no, just have no expectations, that's the wave. I don't like K-Mini, but I will say building Fast Hammer is funny, but at the same time L3 exists. I feel like L3's kit makes more sense. Because L3 with the wall is actually kind of sick. But it's not like the DLC stupid sick that K52 is, and by K52 being sick, I mean it's degen. Because what day is like... Is it like Sunday? Is that when it is? Like Pokemon Day? Technically? I guess not technically. Google, when is Pokemon Day? Alright, that's not an answer. This is a bunch of news articles. It's not what I want. February 27th, okay. I'm at 2050 lobby. Okay, I kind of want to farm Hammer this game because they have a 52 and a 10. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I can't do anything without Hammer. Nice. I'm so used to 210 missile that this feels so cheap. I feel like I might have gotten that, maybe it was a little bit too low. I like landed on the middle of the ramp. Let's go 10th, the only kill in the lobby! And part of me almost wishes I played 10th this rotation. It's actually a decent 10th route, but it's that thing where it's just like, it's just playing a weapon you take seriously in solo queue just is more frustrating. And, like goofing off with like, haha funny mid-tier. Tempest, you take it. I like your choice of weapon. Keep it up. Big tent enjoyer. You're 1900 to no air against me, it's matchmaking, I don't know. Prioritizing speed over a similar power level, it's pretty normal, sadly. So now I'm randomly thinking, have I ever made like a tent-centered video on the main YouTube? Maybe undercover video had the normal Rella video. No, I don't have a single tent-focused video on that channel, I should fix that. I have to like dig through old VODs or like just do something with Pent on stream again, I don't know what. Lobby's taking a hot minute, there you go. K-Shot, Carbon, Cherry, Dynamo, Kunder. I say I don't know if they're paying attention to me. Kind of ran out of hammer, so I'm not really for that. That ankle's bad. And they swam forward, I just totally missed it because I don't expect them to swim forward there. Are we holding forward here? No, we're armored. Well, maybe. Teammate. Thank you. What? How did they not get hit by that? Like, they didn't even get stuck, they just swam right past it. They have no swim. That's so weird. I'm just gonna chalk that one up to being a lightweight. Yeah. Nowhere I can go there. There's no paint around me because we're world flanking for some reason. Yeah, I don't know about that world flank. Okay, shot. People have like this obsession with world flanking on this map in solo, it's kind of impressive. Yeah. I have no paint around me, so I can't fight and paint. You're gonna lose that because you're cherry. Why do you keep doing this? This K-shot is not helping. Please. You're all struggling on the front and you're like, I'm a world flank. Like, I don't know, there's nothing to do. The K-shot's just obsessed with flanking. Yeah, that's 180 hammer on a painting weapon, it's really cheap. Does not take long. Yeah, I don't know what the K-shot's doing. Also, carbon on this map kind of seems horrible. And cherry's not a good weapon. The rotation was kind of bad, honestly. I felt like I didn't even play bad, I felt like that was just like... It's very mean point-wise. The first game I had a placements was minus 55, that was very mean. Alright, number K mini not on port. Chad, do you shake on Nautilus? I'll give you two options. Do you want Nautilus or Rapid Pro Deco? Naughty. Yeah, fair. I was playing a little bit of both of them last night in a VC with someone, because it was like Albacore TC or something. And Rapid Pro Deck was like one of those ones I always want to play in solo queue, but like it's Western solo, so it feels terrible sometimes. Noodleless, what do we got? I have this. I don't have a build with like the special power or whatever people do. Playing Click Adventure sounds kind of nice right now, honestly. Even that points-wise loss rotation kind of sucked. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm having an okay time streaming this right now. Just good, because sometimes streaming Splatoon solo makes me like kind of sour and just unhappy, but I mean, it's okay. E-leader. They had the blanker. Part of me wants the jetpack with that Ray. No. Remember when the devs buffed that combo to be more consistent? That was necessary. Where would K-Shot be without one more point of damage to combo more consistently off bombs? It'd only be like top 20 weapons in the game. At worst. I'm glad they mistimed that. That would've kinda sucked. Ah, I missed that kill. I couldn't see because of Stingray. So annoying. I don't like my comp, by the way. I know it's pretty apparent. Why is everyone in solo queue like allergic to lethals? I get that the lethal options in this game are like few and far between, but like he actually hates lethals. It's crazy. Can't screw it. Wow, nice jetpack. Don't listen to anybody that tells you that weapon's inaccurate, they're lying. Don't believe a single soul that tells you that thing's not accurate. That's all propaganda. I'm done. Oh no, our leader died. What a shocker. I'm gonna say if the heavy misses that was pretty bad if they do. Oh, they have no run speed, okay. I see. So this way. I ran out of bullets. Whoops. Better I let go of my charge, I could've killed both of them. It's literally just TDM, I'm like going back in, killing one, and then like dying. Like a slow TDM. Okay, we have a Stingray. We have a Stingray. Yeah, I don't know. That weapon's not inaccurate. You're all a bunch of liars. I had no reason to do that, by the way. Aside from the fact I'm annoyed that they're killing people at these angles of the weapon that's supposedly inaccurate. That's literally not. Okay, this map sucks, nothing happens. Yeah, this map sucks. Literally nothing ever happens. You ever go to work at the wrong time you thought you had work and it's not for another hour? That's unfortunate. That sucks because it's like the thing, it's just like I want to get it over with, and it's like, no, it's not till later, and it's like, oh, okay. I gotta get Pit. Pit sounds kind of fun. I can like shark the ramps and mill people. Of course, it's like nothing happens. Or... And I'm content that we have no frame drops or anything. Because, yeah, it's February now. I was gonna say in January it's been like, it was very fickle. Other characters on the keyboard are just like another menu usually. Okami, good game. Oh, they have Zap 50 too, that's annoying. Literally have to play babysitter to not let that happen, and then the other dude just comes the other way with armor. Okay, chat, it was time for our daily complaint about armor existing anyways. Yeah, they're gonna get so far. Yeah, getting to 17 on port, that's gonna suck against a comp with Suction Hydra, Booyah, Luna. Kind of spaghetti their aim. Gonna say I know you're still there. Really? Okay. Push. Now you choke the fight. No. That sucks. Yeah, the other guy won their fight. That was a big chance. Hydra dead. Haha, shake my hand, ha 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 ha. So if you lose this, you're kind of bad. Yeah, I don't know, Heavy just like... Heavy just doesn't do a ton here. We're rank, but half our team is dead, so I don't know how much that actually does. Yeah. This is like the port game that I kind of expect going into this. Of like, oh no, there's a 52 with hands on the other team. It appears we lose. I don't know, despite having an ends up on a splash, our paint is really poor. Probably because I can't even like move up because they're fighting 52. Yeah, like, how do you lose with this weapon? You can literally do anything you want and you'll just win. Like, Nautilus is a good weapon and it still like lacks the tools to actually effectively handle 52, because if you want to bomb the wall you have to give up your charge and then your weapon's bad, and then Jetpack loses to Booyah Bomb and you're a 4-shot and they're a 2-shot. Still full. Only -3, but like, I don't know, it's kind of the thing where it's just, I have like mid-tier weapons on my team that can't handle 52, let alone with armor. This is what L. But before I said again, like K52 in this game feels like a Splatoon 1 weapon in Splatoon 2. Meaning like the power level is just like well above and beyond most things in this game. Maybe they just got isekai into this game. Yeah, put it back. I don't want to. Like, it's just so self-sufficient. It does like everything that you could want. Our comp is interesting, but will interesting handle a 52? Probably has a better shot because there's no armor paired with it or a missile. Oh, I actually missed that because the incline. That sucks. Kind of a risky jump, but wow, I actually missed that. That's crazy. That's crazy, not really. You traded, but like, you know. Rush world flank. Bullet velocity simply too good. That's annoying. I don't know what my team did, but good job. That's a shame I wasted my jetpack. If I had it right now, this would be perfect. Yeah, checkpoint, that's like all that matters on this map. Oh, we're still going. Damn, okay. I hope I don't mess up. What? Really? I mean, ultimately it doesn't really matter, but I'm just surprised, is all. Nice booyah, dude. Alright for the assist, I guess? I don't know why half their team is behind the tower right now, but you know, you do you. If you wanna get kills that badly, then I guess. Yeah, I can't stop you. Got 3 shots on that, that sucks. They burn booyah really early, so sure. Oh. I don't know, it's just, you picked E-Leader in TC. I don't know. I can't say I agree. Yeah, just nothing happened that game. Can I get Pit though? Please. I crave gameplay. Not port. Port is a stalemate. Alright, finally. I have a 52 and 2 brushes. Very weird, but okay. 3 brushes in this lobby. Direct charger. I don't need this jetpack. I want to recoil it, but there's nowhere to go, so I guess I'm gonna sit there and watch the whole thing and try not to die to this brush. Interesting tunneling. I don't know why jetpack is the thing. You're in hairspray, my guy. Nice charge hold, that was very cool of you. Interesting. Ah, I got stuck on the lamp. I'm dead. I'm not dead, that's surprising. Should be dead. You're up and literally can't do anything down there, this is so sad. They can't do anything. We can only sit there and watch. Yeah, they jumped out. That is getting bullied by a mid-range weapon as Brush. Their comp was kind of terrible. Yeah. Tetra, that's a base weapon. And you don't have to fight a gal, maybe you can actually play the game. Save Ferris. Bueller. What is that Swish's build? Tetra. Goodbye. Goodbye, Tetra. I want a jetpack, but like, I don't know, it didn't feel like the right time. This weapon's literally point and click adventure, right? Like, it's actually amazing. Nice. The dying part is not nice, but... Bang! That was so unnecessary, why did I try that? The answer is I wanted to. I mean, the ballpoint wanted the jump that badly, so fine. Nice, dude. That's an Nautilus kill. Or a spotline kill in general. I don't care, I'll take your flings though, I don't want you to get missiles. I guess no, that was the solution in that context. I killed the flings before that, I believe. Why is there a guy behind us? What is this game? This paint. I'm going for you, buddy. The point and click adventure never stops. Like, so many kills have been happening, but there's been like no objective progress. It's kind of impressive. He teleported down on my screen. That's annoying. How do I say on my screen as if you can't see that? You literally are watching. You're looking at it. Yeah, this map is kind of garbo, and by kind I mean extremely. Alright, well I baited the switch for my teammates, so that's awesome. It is pleasant. Oh, that sucks. That was a TZ pathing in S1. I think it was similar, but the lanes were super cluttered and there was no verticality to the map at all. Which made it worse, because like, there was like literally no mix-ups in movement. You're either in a lane or you're not, and the whole game was just camping in lanes with walls. Thank you. Ow. Oh, wow, I looked away and I still got them. Should've just jumped back. We're kind of forcing this. Maybe I have a Stingray, never mind. Bueller. The Stingray. That's such a high kill game for, like, literally nothing. I think I got, like, every kill I really needed except for, like, one of them, and that was, like, prediction lag, and, like, this lead was still 50. Not even. "17 kills, and for what? Nothing happened!" Nothing happened at all! Yeah, the V-Charger got a rig because I think their name is a reference to, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Good movie, by the way. At least I'm assuming it is. I literally don't know what else it would be a reference to. Yeah, that's an 80s movie? I thought it was a 90s movie. Huh. Do I have a favorite movie? That's hard. I've seen way too many movies to like pick one. Like I don't talk about it all the time because I don't have a lot of people to talk about it with. But I watch so many movies on my own. They're fighting Watson and I missed the name of the other person, but I think the Squeezer knows what's up. I have an Octopus on port, which is like, eh. Jetpack's cool. The main weapon doesn't work. Also, they held for it and fed, so that's pretty much a sign of things to come. I still trade them, that's so funny. Yeah, I don't think this brush knows how to play. It's been like 30 seconds and I've seen 2 decisions that make me think they're impatient and just want to swing. Analysis. I know they're still there, yeah. Yeah, they have Missile Bubble Jetpack, that's very good, and they have Jetpack, Jetpack, Jetpack. Matchmaking, please. That'd make sense for like 2 seconds, that'd be awesome. I mean, here's the thing, they had all that spawn space, they still didn't get check 1 because this map is garbage. Yeah, I don't want to challenge that, honestly. Nautilus is a dicey weapon. I feel like I can't really help people in teamfights right now. Like we're all dying too separately too fast. Yeah. Okay. Like, I don't know, I can't pick a fave movie, but I'm more like the type if you ask me if I've watched X, I'll tell you if I have or not. Do they have a third, or was that their third? Bro, you almost got deleted. What? How are you alive? That was like so many bullets. I disagree. Aim. Please. I was gonna say, this is a really smart bubble if you somehow manage to pop this. Ah, that sucks. I didn't have like enough of a charge. Yeah, I feel like missile spam literally just denies half my team from playing the game. I have a prayer and a brush, this kind of blows. Kinda shows why I kinda despise missile, or part of it. Get all this mileage for literally AFKing the whole game. Like, I have no paint on my team. We have like 3 weapons that need to be enabled by paint. Yeah, ranges me. Yeah, this is just not, it's not great. I feel like I'm just gonna play on the back foot the entire game here. Brush is gonna run in and die. We're in a corner. Oh nice, that's actually huge. That's an opportunity. Or why are you jetpacking there? Come on, dude. Ugh. You spam this way, get pre-fired, and immediately pop your special in like the worst possible place. Hey. That was me 100% blaming the matchmaking for giving me a bunch of weapons that can't function against missile or paint. Yeah, I got like a 5, I was wasting my whole game painting. That sucked. And the only jetpack that brush popped was like the horrible one. Nice. Nice, dude. Very cool matchmaking. So glad that I get to lose to multiple shooters. If I play T-Tech, T-Tech might be fun right now. T-Tech. Has 200 jetpack still, because the devs are deathly afraid of this, but 180 missiles fine by them. 180 armor's fine by them. Hell, even 170 missiles fine by them if you pick a bad enough weapon. I feel like VH3 is such like skewed balancing to think about, like that main weapon's not even bad, but you give it a sensor which blows as a 170 missile. I kind of don't like the idea of like giving a weapon a really sucky special or a sub. Or like, I guess specifically, I don't like giving a weapon a sucky sub and then just giving a cheap special cost. Like, that's just... I don't like that design. Like, just make a more competent weapon. Also fast. I have a lot of swim now, so that's probably why. Oh, I'm just ate my bomb completely. Okay, you traded, that's actually pretty good. Oh, CDS must have killed. Nice, nice. Here, Gal. Barely will catch me or bait me. Because your weapon is overtuned, yes. Audio clutch up because your weapon does everything. I don't have OS, that took so much longer than I was hoping it would. Oh, Jesus. The one guy who was trying to go top right got messed up. That's funny. That's probably a bad jump if there's a guy here. Okay, well, he traded. I should I run QR? I don't want to feed a ton in solo, but like, I don't really need gear on this weapon necessarily. I don't know, this one is nice to have. Ah, that's good movement. The thing where you know they're gonna do it, but it's just like you didn't react to it, so. This map still sucks, by the way, nothing happened. The latest 7-day. Garbage map. Like, they still didn't get check. And they wiped. I just like worry, like I need to time armor jetpack well to like get anything going on the left. Even then the cow can just stall it, because of course it can. I need to wait like a little bit more. My team died, that sucks. Alright. You're a better main weapon than mine, so I'm gonna lose, probably. Your one. Nope, your main weapon's just busted. It's like actually disgusting how overtuned Gala is, like I'll never get over it. I hate this weapon so much. Yeah. Even if I did get the fight in, they're probably just gonna two-shot me anyway. Oh, they're armor fed, so that's nice at least. I mean, it's just the thing where they need a Booyah to win. Kinda burned that early, so I don't know. Man. Haha 52, haha. Full engaging weapon that makes the game very fun. I mean, it had a rain anyway, but I think if they held the Booyah, maybe we could have. But yeah, I don't know. We get all the kills. It doesn't matter because hey, this map sucks. That was actually trash. I never want to see this map in 3 or any of the S1 maps outside of like Museum, like Mahi. These maps need to go, they are so bad. Like, we had all the tools, it's just not enough. I've asked so much of you when there's no way to get into enemy spawn without literally going into their base. Like right from tower to top right or something, but like still really bad. I have an aerospace on my team and a heavy. The opponent has a siege jet, we basically lose. Very cool. Can't wait for the Tetra to just like dumpster my aerospray. That'll be what happens this game. Out of the splash, literally every shooter on the other team can dumpster my team. Stupid. Why would you do that? Yeah. Sing around port, haha. Skillful. I'd be more surprised to have even lived that at all. I literally need to jetpack to not die to that. Really? I know Tetra's range is decent, I'm just surprised. Okay, nice. Nice, that's actually really good. I literally can't see them there. Okay. I don't care if you jump. No, go for the check, I don't care if you die. Yes. Map is garbage. The checkpoint is everything. Oh, the sponge killed me. Do I need to pop the jetpack here? No, but... kill the missile pyre, so... fine. Yeah. Ah, watch out. Oh, that's yeah. Okay, that's. I mean, I call that like the beginning of the game. Like, my airspray is going to get blown up by either of the shooters. I'm gonna get blown up. Heavy's gonna get blown up on why they were there. My whole team seriously died during that. My whole team seriously died during that. I guess before that. I don't know what else I could have done there. I think I just lose because my teammates did not win any fights there, but I mean it's an arrow spray, so I'm not surprised. Ah, that sucks. I'm getting a phone call. Like... Those two even go. Alright, hold on. Let me answer this. Okay, phone call done. How much did we lose for that? Damn, 22 for that? Bro, you gave me an arrow spray, what do you want? Okay. I'm literally just getting port this rotation. Or like ported, or I'm getting bad comps. Like, I feel like I'm not even playing bad, it just does not matter right now. It's very sad. Man. 22. Crack on roller. Isn't this the crack on roller? Like, isn't the leader the same crack on roller I had on walleye? Because that's very concerning if so. Well, they were a bait, for what it's worth. Will the E-leader paint over the line in their court? Doubt. Oh, I'm dead. My whole team died very quickly there. And jetpack timing wasn't great, but I don't know. I was thinking like, it's neutral. But now we have double anchor, so... yeah. Let's do it as a amp somewhere. Your weapon's bad, I'm not sorry. Wow. Yeah, I can definitely tell this later is somewhere on the map. That's for sure. I don't know what I meant to do here, it's like nothing I can do. Bruh. Yeah, we're not getting this, that's for sure. Alright. No one there. Yeah. Man, these games suck. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just not having fun anymore. Like, even in zones when I was losing like all the points and stuff, like, it was like still like fun. This isn't even fun, this is just like miserable. Is this like the bad, not even like the funny bad? There's nothing to say. There's nothing really to do here either. Inherited with that. Got no paint, nothing. Wow, I love that missile has no end lag. Thanks, devs. Like, this is the definition of a hopeless game. Alright, well, if you want to win, you gotta do it now, because you're not gonna have any other opportunity, but... You can't even... What are you doing? Okay, later. I've rolled my eyes far too many times for this game for it to be healthy. There's nothing to do. I literally... unwinnable in every sense of the word. Alright, well, let's see how bad the opponents are at choking. Maybe. Yeah. Man, that was awful. Not a single second of that was fun. What do you want me to do? I have an E-liter. Literally, what do you want from me? Can't even pick T-Tech for fun. High tiers aren't enough, just pick top tiers. Just do everything alone, pretend you don't have a team. Like, damn, dude. I'm gonna pick Rapid Pro Deco, and if I get another anchor on my team, the stream stops. How about that? Probably not going that much longer anyway, this is legitimately unfun. If I'm not having fun, I don't want to be streaming. Like, this is just bad. I'm not kidding, if I got double anger, the stream ends. You win this time. Your comp still sucks. 2 blaster and a clap will help me. Yo, teammate, you wanna hit him? I don't know. Just a thought. I can one-shot them if you hit them at all. I hate Port, I hate Z-Jet, I hate shooters, I hate all this. This sucks. Hey. Thank you. Yeah. Man, this map. I have no pants, so if they get array, then I die. Dude. Game. Seriously? Oh my god. Yeah, this ain't fun. That was a bad jump. Ugh, man. Yeah, no, I'm stopping stream after this. This is horrible. I don't even care that I'm losing. This is like genuinely just unfun. Like I have no energy for this. I don't want any energy for this. I wanna enjoy the game. This is not enjoyable in the slightest. Still winnable, but like, damn. Seriously? My other teammate got off, by the way. We lose because my teammate's afraid to die 2 points from late. Yeah, the stream is over. This is absolutely atrocious, and I hate this. Oh my god. No, I can't do anything. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you for lurking and enjoying if you did. End of stream was kind of garbage, but can't control it. I'm done for now. This is garbage rotation, garbage map. I'm done. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.